Imagine a region full of untapped potential, where overly complex trade barriers hold back economic growth and regional integration. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite commitments to closer economic ties, East African Community, EAC, countries still grapple with non-tariff barriers, NTBs, that impede seamless trade. And this is the part most people miss. Tackling these barriers could unlock vibrant growth, especially for small and medium enterprises, SMEs, which are vital engines of job creation and innovation. Recently, Minister of State for Trade, General Wilson Mbadi, passionately urged all 8 EAC partner states to eliminate these persistent NTBs. His call came during Uganda Day celebrations at the 25th EAC Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, MSME Trade Fair, held amid the scenic Uhuru Gardens in Nairobi, Kenya. Mbadi expressed disappointment that, despite years of regional integration commitments, intra-EAC trade remains surprisingly low, only about 20%, compared to neighboring regions like SADC, at 46%, and the European Union, which surpasses 65%. He challenged the region. If we cannot promote trade amongst ourselves, how can we truly benefit from broader initiatives like the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA? This question underscores a critical truth. Without removing barriers between neighboring countries, Africa's ambitions for regional and continental economic integration risk remaining unfulfilled. To strengthen this effort, Mbadi emphasized adherence to the core principles of the East African Treaty, especially Article 7C. This article promotes an export-driven regional economy by advocating the free movement not only of goods but also of people, labor, services, capital, information, and technology. He pointed out that empowering MSMEs to trade freely across borders is fundamental to cultivating a unified and resilient economic community. Supporting this vision, Veronica Nduva, Secretary General of the EAC, stressed the importance of improving conditions for MSMEs, calling for collective efforts to support the growth of value chains and to remove trade barriers, fostering an environment where businesses can thrive collectively. Meanwhile, Kenya's Principal Secretary for MSME Development, Susan Mangini, encouraged entrepreneurs to think beyond regional borders. She asserted that while intra-regional trade is essential, MSMEs must also prepare to compete on the global stage. Mangini proposed that future EAC MSME trade fairs should be scheduled ahead of the annual Heads of State Summit, ensuring insights and recommendations from exhibitors directly inform policymakers' agendas. Adding to this, Regina Ombam, Kenya's Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Investments, Trade and Industry, challenged MSMEs to grow into large-scale enterprises. She highlighted the need for regional governments to support MSME expansion through better financing options, capacity-building initiatives, infrastructure development, and the removal of trade restrictions. On a related note, Uganda's James Nsababuturo, chairperson of the Parliamentary Committee on EAC Affairs, emphasized the importance of value addition. He urged partner states to focus on processing natural resources domestically rather than exporting raw materials for foreign economies to profit from. This approach not only adds value but also creates more opportunities within the region. The event showcased vibrant participation, including 305 Ugandan exhibitors featuring agricultural products, dairy, textiles, leather goods, and crafts. Byra Bosa, chairperson of the Uganda chapter of the Confederation of Micro and Small Enterprises (CMSEO), called on the government to boost publicity efforts to maximize exposure and support for local businesses. Participating entrepreneurs like Paul Enabayana from Pearl of Africa Cheese shared success stories, noting that regional trade fairs like this offer invaluable market access. Enabayana observed that he had already sold most of his cheese and secured potential orders, illustrating how such events can directly boost MSMEs' growth. All this unfolded under the theme, 25 Years of EAC Integration, advancing innovations and regional value chains for competitive MSMEs towards sustainable development, highlighting 2.5 decades of regional progress. Over 3,000 exhibitors from all 8 EAC countries contributed to this vibrant showcase, emphasizing the critical need to address lingering trade barriers if the EAC's regional vision is to become a reality.